It's best to ask questions about whatever's going on. The most important thing to do is question. Ask questions. Asking a question is the most fundamental human right of all. And without asking questions, there are no human rights because human rights came to be because people ask questions. Now, the thing about it, we have to ask a question is, why do things like the New York Times and the left and the cancel culture and Joe Biden and all the Democrats, why are they so much against free speech? Why are they, even though in the American Constitution it says free speech is mandatory, it's a legal right for everyone, why are so many people afraid of free speech? Well, it's actually quite simple. You're questioning their knowledge, and they haven't got any. Most of them haven't got any answers. They haven't got any answers to economics or to much at all, how to improve their lives, and most of them have no practical skills, no practical mechanical background. And it's a very good clue to what's really inside their mind, which isn't much at all. Because the education system is not developed a sort of the synapses which are gained through reiteration of reading poetry or literature, and doing maths and doing times table and very simple things that builds up the neocortex and builds up your ability then to sort of strategize or see or get insight or intuition. You've got no experiential memory, in other words, about much at all, other than being fed what is negative about something since they were born. All their lives been about being fed in about what's negative about the world, which is not a very good way of looking at the world at all. Because the world could be very positive for you if you just have a positive attitude, no matter what's going on, no matter what circumstances. So we can see by this that the problem with cancel culture and all these other people or against free speech is because they're afraid that it offends them because they don't have the knowledge to understand what's going on. So if you say something slightly technical to them about discuss any particular phenomenon, then they're going to get shouting because they're confused and angry inside. It's their confusion and anger amongst all of them, and the reporters, or the fact if they have got knowledge but they don't mention and question the hierarchy or question the politically correct view of things because they might not get a job anymore, they should be sacked, they won't get any more work in Hollywood, they'll be sacked from the newspaper, they'll be sacked from their position, they'll be hounded for having a view or supporting Trump, because as if they've got no right to have their own point of view. So you can see what they've done in a way is like the Chinese did a few 70 years ago, 60 years ago. They got rid of all the intellectuals in a sort of place run by peasants. It went backwards for years until they realised we need some smart people to run the place. And then China started going ahead again. Now it's got more like peasant like mentality back in, and it's starting free speech again. It's gone back, it's reverted back to its 50s. But it's a funny thing, isn't it, in this context, that if Joe Biden, how can he be the leader of the free world when he stands with a party what's basically against free speech? In other words, he's a leader against the free world. Cancel culture, which he totally goes along with all these cities in America with invaded by cancel culture warriors, he hasn't come out and said, whoa, you shouldn't be doing that. People have got right to live in peace. He hasn't done that. Therefore, him and his Democratic members have supported what is basically a revolution against society in America by cancel culture or whatever. So this man, Joe Biden, in effect stands against freedom. So therefore, he can't possibly be the leader of the free world. He must be, if he becomes president, and I hope he doesn't, because then it becomes a threat to everyone who wants to be free in the world. He joins, in other words, Joe Biden will join Xi Jinping and other people in quashing free speech, because he then will have to promote those people who want to get rid of Trump. And everyone who wants to get rid of Trump, or most of them seem to want to get rid of Trump, are against free speech. And it's hard, isn't it, that most people who want to get rid of Trump are also against free speech. They're not replacing Trump with something better. In other words, they want to replace Trump with something far, far worse. The oppression of freedom of expression, the demotion of intelligence, the demotion of intellectuals, and the promotion of the PC warriors, cancel cult people, people who wouldn't normally be employed because they don't really have any skills. But there will be good, obedient servants of whoever this new world order is. That's all it's all about. Creating more serfs and slaves for the new world order. And that's what Joe Biden wants to bring in. It's as simple as that, really.